Archangel Michael says, a spiritual curtain was lifted today, and what it revealed will send shivers through your soul. Someone tried to wear your energy like a second skin, stepping into a place that never belonged to them. But the divine realm did not stay silent, and their plan has begun to collapse under the weight of its own deception. They never expected that pretending to be you would invite consequences they are now begging to escape. They studied your essence like a blueprint, mimicking your words, your kindness, your voice in the dark. What they didn't understand was that favor cannot be copied, it must be earned through truth and purity. This person didn't just want to replace you in someone's life, they wanted to erase you from your own destiny. But the hand of the heavens intervened, and their false crown is now crumbling on the ground. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They whispered your name behind closed doors, hoping to stain your memory with lies they weaved so casually. They offered gifts that smelled like you, spoke promises with your rhythm, and tried to own love that was never theirs. But you are divinely marked, and your place in that heart is sealed with light no counterfeit can replace. The one they tried to charm is now beginning to wake up from the trance, sensing something is very wrong. Archangel Michael says, heaven allowed the charade only long enough for the truth to gather weight and strike. And now, the one who tried to replace you is being exposed in strange ways, through slips of the tongue and cracks in the mask. They are unraveling, trying to hold together a web spun from envy, but it's falling apart in slow, divine precision. Your absence created a silence that screamed louder than their presence ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 474. There were nights when you cried, not knowing someone was trying to impersonate your love, your connection, your worth. But those tears were not ignored. They were counted, stored, and used as evidence in a court unseen by human eyes. Now, justice is being served not with noise but with undeniable realization that can't be undone. The one who tried to replace you is now haunted by the realization that what they built was never love, it was illusion. They tried to talk like you, act like you, and even convince others they were the better version. But their eyes couldn't shine with your grace. Their laugh didn't echo with sincerity. Their shadow was louder than their light, and now, everyone around them is starting to notice the cracks in their story. They're being left alone in rooms they used to dominate, because people are pulling back, sensing something isn't right. Type Amen to get blessing 555. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The one who once turned from you is now restless, unable to ignore the strange weight in their heart. They thought they found a replacement, but instead, they've been left with confusion and regret. The warmth they tried to feel never lasted. The peace they expected never arrived. Because your spirit cannot be replaced. You were planted, not passed. Archangel Michael says, there are whispers in the spirit realm tonight. Those who tried to harm you by pretending to be you are seeing visions in their sleep, and it's not peaceful. They're waking up with chills, because they are now being followed by the truth they tried to avoid. And it's circling closer, one coincidence, one dream, one sign at a time. Type Amen to get blessing 262. You didn't have to fight back. You didn't need to scream or prove your worth. Your silence was your sword. Your faith was your armor. And heaven has begun to reward your restraint by shaking the very ground beneath those who betrayed your identity. Now their stories don't match. Their timelines fall apart. Their lies tangle into each other. They wanted to be the one held close. The one someone thought about when the world was too heavy. But the person they tried to steal has started to feel empty, disconnected, haunted by the absence of your soul. Now they remember your calm voice, your gentle hands, your loyalty, things the copycat could never carry. And they're thinking of you, even in rooms filled with noise, because your memory is louder than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 122. This isn't just karma. It's divine protection unfolding like a sacred scroll. You were removed so you could be restored somewhere better, while the one who pretended gets stuck in the very chaos they created. They wanted your place, but now they can't escape the consequences. The walls are closing in, not from punishment, but from exposure, because pretending has an expiration date. You're going to hear your name soon, spoken with regret by someone who dismissed you too fast. Their voice will crack, their eyes will drop, because the person they allowed into your space turned out to be a shadow. They're starting to compare, and it hurts. They're realizing you weren't just someone, you were the light. And what they're sitting next to now is the echo of an empty throne. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Archangel Michael says, prepare. The restoration of your name is in motion. The same circle that entertained your replacement is now circling back with heavy heads and whispered apologies. They're watching the one who tried to steal your space crumble in real time. And one by one, the doors that closed on you are creaking open again, but this time with honor. The imposter is restless. They're tired of pretending. They're feeling rejected by the very person they thought they won over. Their tactics no longer work. The charm has faded. The mask is too heavy. And while they spiral, you are being elevated to a level where no one can even reach you without truth. Type Amen to get blessing 818. This is your rising season. And the pain they caused has now turned into a stairway of divine elevation. They watched you from the sidelines, thinking they could outrun your spirit. But grace can't be stolen. And now, every person they fooled is starting to see what they ignored in you. The circle is turning, and soon, you will be honored in the same space you were once erased from. You'll be remembered in a way that the copycat can never replace. Not for your perfection, but for your authenticity. Your energy was never fake, never staged. And that's why it's returning to you stronger than ever. The people who were blind are about to speak your name with reverence, not just memory. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The person who tried to replace you is now tired, spiritually burnt out from holding up a fake version of you. It took energy to pretend. It took darkness to imitate your light. Now they're collapsing under the pressure, while you, quietly and steadily, are being rebuilt by heaven. Not as who you were before, but as someone even stronger, untouchable, radiant. There is movement around your name. People are speaking about you again, not with gossip, but with realization. They're starting to say, I didn't see it before. But now I do. And when they look at the imposter now, they only see shadows, no soul, no depth. They're searching for your light again, even if they have to walk barefoot through the ruins to reach you. Type Amen to get blessing 211. The one who tried to replace you is now trying to find someone else to be, but they'll never find peace doing it. Because once you try to steal a destiny, you no longer know your own. They can't rest, they can't breathe without looking over their shoulder. Because your energy lives inside the spaces they tried to take, and they feel it haunting them every step. You are being restored quietly, away from the eyes of the crowd. Heaven is arranging encounters, redirecting connections, and unlocking rooms made just for you. While the one who tried to become you is being removed from places their soul never belonged. This is a shift of balance, a heavenly reversal so deep, even time will not forget it. Type Amen to get blessing 636. The person who once walked around with confidence, claiming they were better than you, is now questioning every step they took. Their world is quieter now. Not because they want peace, but because no one believes their voice like they used to. Their charm has expired. Their influence is wilting. The hands they extended in your name are being pulled away. They see your reflection in mirrors they try to avoid. The person whose life they tried to step into is now realizing something's off, and the clock cannot be turned back. It's too late to replace you. It's too late to act like you. The heart knows truth, even when the eyes were once blind. Type Amen to get blessing 303. You were never supposed to be duplicated. Your soul was crafted for a space only you can carry. And now, the fabric of that truth is wrapping around you again, pulling you back into position. Watch how fast people return with apologies they never imagined they'd give. They'll say your name with trembling lips. They'll reach out, not out of pity, but out of realization. The one who betrayed you, who replaced you, who pretended to be better, is now sitting in silence, watching it all fall apart. They have no more stories to twist. No more lies to tell. No more people to convince. They're alone in a room full of echoes of the person they could never become. And you? You're about to be celebrated. Archangel Michael says, the noise has settled, and now the truth is screaming louder than ever. It took time, it took tears, it took solitude, but what's coming next will make every silent prayer worth it. You will not be replaced. You were never meant to compete. You are the blueprint, not the imitation. Type Amen to get blessing 848. They even used your photos, your old words, your gestures, trying to trap someone with your spirit. But spirit can't be captured. It lives, breathes, moves, it exposes the fakes with precision. Now, someone is remembering you in moments they tried to forget you. They see you in strangers. They hear you in music. And they're realizing they let go of something divine. Let them try to run. Let them try to hide behind fake smiles and new distractions. It won't work. The truth is a mirror, and right now, it's shattered in front of them. The one who thought they won by replacing you is now trying to pick up the pieces of what they broke themselves. You didn't fight back, but heaven did. The rejection you faced? It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. You were never meant to be where lies ruled. You were too real for that room. Now the same door that closed on you is being slammed in their face. And the person who chose them is begging heaven for a second chance with you. Type Amen to get blessing 535. The one who replaced you thought love was a performance. They thought they could act their way into affection, stage their way into favor, manipulate their way into loyalty. But you were always the real thing, and now, the fake version has collapsed. The one they tried to impress is no longer impressed. They're starting to whisper, "I miss the original." You'll hear about it soon. Maybe through a mutual friend, or a slip-up, or a message that finds its way back to you. And when you do, don't return in bitterness, return in strength. Because the person who thought they could be you now wishes they had never tried. And the one who dismissed you now sees your face in every regretful thought they carry. Archangel Michael says, "The heavens delayed this justice to let it be seen by all." Not to embarrass, but to educate. No one who touches a chosen one can escape the weight of divine consequence. The plan to replace you didn't just fail, it exposed what was broken in them all along. Type Amen to get blessing 787. Your light is coming back stronger. The connection they tried to steal is seeking you now, not out of habit, but out of revelation. You'll be called, invited, pulled forward. Because your place has been crying for your return, and nothing can fill it except you. The imitator is now forgotten. Their presence brings discomfort instead of charm. And those who once praised them are now confused, asking themselves how they ever believed it. That's the power of authenticity. It may be overlooked for a while, but it never stays hidden. Your time is no longer coming, it has arrived. They dressed like you, spoke like you, smiled like you. But they never were you. The spirit doesn't lie. And now the imitation is eating itself from within. You'll be honored not just for your presence, but for surviving the season where you were replaced. Type Amen to get blessing 424. The celebration is being prepared in silence. Not everyone will be invited. Only those who saw your truth, and those who have finally realized it. Even your enemies are starting to admit they were wrong about you. And the one who tried to be you? They're fading. Let them fade. Let the silence swallow their schemes. You don't need to clap back. Your elevation is your answer. Watch how tables turn. Watch how roles reverse. Watch how your name rises. Because heaven kept the record. And now it's time for release. This is your spiritual compensation. For every tear, every betrayal, every silent scream. You are not returning to the same space, you are rising above it. And those who tried to climb by stepping over you are falling back into their own emptiness. Type Amen to get blessing 676. Archangel Michael says, the impersonator is now repenting in silence. But it's not your responsibility to fix what they broke. You have bigger things ahead. Doors opening. Calls coming. Miracles unfolding. You didn't just survive, you outlasted the lie. That's what heaven honors. That's what shakes realms. You will see their apology in strange ways. In gifts sent quietly. In long stares filled with remorse. But don't shrink to make room for guilt. Stand tall in your victory. Because this wasn't just about them, it was a test of your identity. And you passed. You were overlooked so you could be overblessed. You were replaced so you could be repositioned. You were forgotten by people, but never by God. Now, your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't entered yet. And this time, it's not a lie, it's legacy. Type Amen to get blessing 393. Let the heavens finish what they've started. What fell apart in front of you is nothing compared to what's being built around you. The drama, the betrayal, the impersonation. It was all a setup for the recognition you're about to receive. And it will be loud. Even those who left you will have no choice but to listen. They copied your beauty, but not your pain. They imitated your presence, but not your purpose. And now, the difference is blinding. This isn't revenge, it's realignment. It's heaven giving you what was always yours, in a way no one can ever take again. Watch them watch you rise. Their regret will be silent, but loud enough for the world to notice. Your truth is louder than their lies. Your love is deeper than their manipulation. Your destiny is stronger than their imitation. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The people who once entertained your replacement are now holding quiet conversations, wondering how they didn't see through it sooner. They're starting to admit things to themselves, even if they can't say it to you directly yet. Inside their hearts, they're acknowledging one thing. They were wrong, and now they miss your presence more than words can describe. One by one, their alliances are falling apart. Even the impostor's biggest supporters are backing away, confused by the growing darkness surrounding them. Something about the energy doesn't feel right anymore, and they're realizing it never did. Type Amen to get blessing 244. You'll soon see how life bends around truth. Paths are being cleared. Doors are being opened not by effort, but by grace. Heaven never left your side. It simply waited for the right time to silence every lie with undeniable evidence. Now that time has arrived. The soul that tried to wear your skin is exhausted. They're tired of pretending, tired of comparing, tired of losing. Their downfall is not loud, but it is complete. The person they tried to impress has seen too much now to go back. Archangel Michael says, the energy of justice is moving fast, and your name is being rewritten in golden letters. Where they spoke of you with mockery, your name is now being spoken with awe. Where they ignored your heart, your compassion is now a memory they crave. The universe is not forgetting. The universe is exalting. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Some people will try to return as if nothing happened. They'll come with half-truths and sudden concern, trying to step back into your light as if they never left. But your intuition will be stronger now. Your eyes sharper. Your spirit untouchable. You are not who you were when they tried to replace you. You are wiser, elevated, wrapped in divine protection. Let them approach, but let them understand, they're not meeting the version of you they once overlooked. They're meeting the evolved you, the one who cannot be copied, fooled, or moved. Their attempts to carry your image have become chains around their own feet. And the further they go pretending, the heavier it becomes. They have become strangers in their own story, haunted by a truth they tried to bury, you. Type Amen to get blessing 929. This is the season where God shows everyone what He already knew: you were the one all along. No replacement, no distraction, no manipulation could remove your divine placement. You are stepping into the fullness of your calling while the imposter steps into the shadow they tried to avoid. This is poetic justice, but it's also divine order. You'll feel it in your soul: the weight that once pulled you down is gone. In its place is clarity, purpose, power. You were chosen to endure this betrayal because you were strong enough to outlast it. And now you're being chosen to receive the reward no one else could carry. Archangel Michael says, those who removed you are now feeling the hole your absence left. It wasn't just about presence, it was about power, and they lost it the moment they turned their back on you. Let them sit with that silence. Let them taste what it means to walk away from the very light that could have changed their life. Type Amen to get blessing 636. You don't have to go back. You don't have to explain. Your blessing is forward. Your miracle is ahead. The false version of you will fade into memory, while the real you walks in miracles. And those who played games with your heart will now have to watch from a distance. What they tried to steal is returning to you multiplied. What they tried to break is being rebuilt stronger. What they tried to replace is now being crow. Your enemies are silenced, not by your voice, but by the results of your obedience. You did not fight with words. You fought with patience. And patience has unlocked a door they will never be able to enter again. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to be seen. They can no longer use your name to gain favor. They can no longer mirror your actions to gain approval. Every attempt to repeat your magic now falls flat, because your light was never theirs to hold. And now, even the people who once rejected you are quietly mourning the absence of your energy. Archangel Michael says, walk forward without guilt. You don't owe them your return. You don't owe them your forgiveness. Your only assignment now is to embrace the elevation that they tried to destroy. And walk in peace, knowing your authenticity defeated every impersonation. Type Amen to get blessing 202. The table is set. The room is ready. Your seat has been waiting. You'll be honored not just for surviving, but for holding on to who you really were when the world tried to confuse you. You stayed true, and now, heaven is staying faithful. People will try to rewrite history. They'll try to say they supported you all along. But truth has a memory. And heaven keeps receipts. The one who tried to replace you has no more stages to perform on. Because your truth is now the headline. Their act has ended. Your ascension begins. This isn't just a comeback, it's a divine return. Your spirit will enter rooms your name once left, and this time, the atmosphere will shift in your favor. You will no longer be tolerated. You will be treasured. Type Amen to get blessing 777.